You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. My name is Grant Baciocco, and I invite you to join me on my quest to learn about and experience every Disney park attraction I possibly can. This is Attraction Checklist. Welcome to Attraction Checklist. On this episode, we head to Disney California Adventure to help save Boo on Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sulley to the Rescue. Nestled deep in the Hollywoodland section of the park, this dark ride, based on the Monsters, Inc. film series, is described in the guide map in the following manner. Race through Monstroppolis to return Boo to her room. There is no height requirement on this attraction, and the thrill level describes the ride as being loud, dark, and a slow ride. Now, before we ride, here are 5 fast facts about Mike and Sulley to the Rescue. 1. The ride officially opened on January 23, 2006, replacing the much-panned and short-lived Superstar Limo attraction. Mike and Sulley to the Rescue uses the same track layout and the same ride vehicles, which have been redecorated to look like Monstroppolis taxicabs. 2. John Goodman, Billy Crystal, and Steve Buscemi all reprised their roles from the film for the attraction. Goodman voicing Sulley, Crystal voicing Mike, and Buscemi voicing Randall. Other actors from the film provided voices as well. 3. Each of the taxicab vehicles have a different monster-related vanity license plate, such as Screamer, Phobia, and Peekaboo. 4. As your taxicab makes its way through Harryhausen's sushi restaurant, named after special effects pioneer Ray Harryhausen, the smell of ginger is pumped into the air for an added bit of realism. And 5. The end of the ride features an audio animatronic of the character Roz from Monsters, Inc. She will have some parting words for you as you leave, and very often those words are directed specifically to one of the riders in the taxicab. This makes for a completely different ride every single time. Now let's get ready to explore Monstroppolis. And the good news is we aren't alone. My friend and musician John B. deHaas is back, and he is along for the ride. Be sure to stick around after the listen through to hear our thoughts on this attraction, and we'd love to hear your thoughts too over at the Attraction Checklist Facebook page. That's at facebook.com/Attraction Checklist. Also, this is a binaural recording, so if you have headphones, put them on now as we climb aboard our taxi to experience Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sulley to the Rescue.
Hello. If you are new to the area, the Monstroppolis Chamber of Commerce would like to welcome you. While you're in town, be sure to...
We interrupt this program for a special report. A child is on the loose in Monstroppolis. A human child!
If witnesses are to be believed, there has been a child security breach for the first time in monster history.
We can neither confirm nor deny the presence of a human child here tonight.
I tried to run from it, but it picked me up with its mind powers and shook me like a dog.
It's true! I saw the whole thing!
Happy birthday, Smokesy Bro!
Oh, googly bear!
The human child froze me with its telepathic control. It made me dance like a chicken. My thoughts were not my own. Then it grabbed me with its giant...
Oh, Boo, we gotta get you home.
There's a kid here! A human kid! Sweet monster in the sky!
Michael Wazowski! And on my birthday, I thought you heard about me!
Celia, trying to understand.
Come on, this way.
We have a 2319 in progress. Got unit. Get position. Spread out and lock it down.
There's nothing down here. All units, here's the girl we're looking for.
Situation is 900.
I hear working nights. Yeah, nothing exciting yet. What happens?
Hurry up, Sulley, hurry up. I've got both doors set up on the scare floor.
Are you done yet, Boo?
Race you to the scare floor.
They'll never find her door now. been the most terrifying day of my life. But I love you, kiddo.
Good night.
Kitty!
Kitty's gotta go now. Sleep time.
We're decontaminating. Sorry, we have to do neither confirm nor deny the presence of a human child here tonight. We responded to a 2319 in progress and reported to the scene where we immediately secured the area in question.
Good morning, humans.
John deHaas, we just rode Monsters, Inc., Mike and Sulley to the Rescue. Now, let me ask you this before we get into this review. Did you ever ride the original Hollywood attraction?
I never did. I've seen it on YouTube.
It was...
frightening.
Not thrilling at all.
No.
It was awful. They used to take your picture on that ride, and I would sit and I would watch. I only went on it like twice. I would sit and watch the pictures, see where the pictures, and you could see other people's pictures. No one was ever smiling. There was not one smile. But that's the old ride. We're here to talk about Mike and Sulley to the Rescue. What do you think?
It's fun. It's a fun dark ride. I ride it every time I'm here because there's usually not a line. The only thing that bugs me, and it really bugged me this time, was the audio animatronics are kind of cool, but their mouths don't move.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And I know they probably did it as a quick install or quick fix, and they probably didn't have a big budget, but that's the one thing I wish the mouths would move when they're talking.
That I agree with you. I think there are a lot of fun effects, though. Randall appearing and disappearing in the bathroom is great.
He changes colors.
When he changes, she's whacking him with the baseball bat. And I love the rooms they did with the doors. It just seems like there's a million doors, and I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's very fun. I mean, not my favorite dark ride, but definitely better than like Pooh at Walt Disney World.
Well, anything's better than Pooh. I'm still mad about the Country Bears, so anything's better than Pooh. The one thing I noticed about this ride, though, is Randall goes, "They'll never find her door now." And the next thing you hear is, "There's your door, Boo! Yeah. We found it." Well, he didn't do a very good job. And then he goes, "You'll never get her home now." In the very next scene, "Here you go, time to go home." So, as far as villains and dark rides go, he's not very successful.
No, not at all.
But I like it. It's a fun ride. Our little screen didn't work in the beginning because you're supposed to see little clips in the beginning.
Right, in the car. And at the end, that one door that was like icy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that changes.
Well, they changed. There's 3 or 4 different doors. There's 3 doors that open randomly.
Yeah, because that's one had a thing that's seen it. It was fun.
We'd have to ride it again.
I don't know. Did they ever take your picture on this one or not?
No.
Okay.
I don't think they ever have. At least to my knowledge, I've never seen it.
It would seem like when they're decontaminating you, that one thing to take a picture, because then when you get to the end, they're like, this person, whatever, and they could put it up there on the screen. But.
Right. I also do like that there are still hints of the Hollywood ride. So like where the what is the CDC guy pokes around the corner and he goes, "This is the girl we're looking for," and the little flyers flip open in his hand.
Yeah.
That used to be, "Here's maps to Stars Homes."
Oh, okay.
So there's just little hints of what it used to be. But so it's one you do every time you come here.
Yeah, I do, because it's off in the corner here and it's usually not busy, and it's fun.
All right. Well, John, thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Now, do you agree or disagree with our thoughts on Monsters, Inc., Mike and Sulley to the Rescue? Join the conversation on the Attraction Checklist Facebook page at facebook.com/attraction checklist. Big thanks to John B. deHaas for joining me for this listen through. Find him on Twitter, where his username is @JohnB. What attraction should we go on next? Send me an email at hello@SaturdayMorningMedia.com, or you can let me know on Twitter, where my username is ToasterBoy, or you can post on the aforementioned Attraction Checklist Facebook page. Attraction Checklist is a production of Saturday Morning Media and made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly donation for as little as $1 a month. Huge thanks to Shay Stewart, Merle Lafferty, Jeff Peterson, Dale Gadania, Steven Staver, Jackie Klimo, Melissa Crawford, Chuck, Matthew Wayne Selznick, Dave Slusher of the Evil Genius Chronicles, Mike Coughlin, Dorothy Baciocco, John D., Kathy Crawford, Brian Greer, Carrie Whitney, Chuck Tomasi, Chris Foster, Stephen Ing, Clinton of ComedyForecast.com, Vicky DeVries, Mike Wabshall, Twitter user Butzingear, a.k.a. Wildcat, Eve Cunning, Mike Hamilton, and Gaston Marino. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your donation today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on iTunes. And while you're in iTunes, make sure you click that subscribe button. That way you'll get new episodes the moment they're released, and by clicking subscribe, you help other people find out about the show as well. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time on Attraction Checklist. Attraction Checklist is copyright 2016 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco, executive producer. All rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.